Hello there, welcome to Siasat TV. It is Thursday, April 29th, 2021. I am Sumaya Junaid Ahmad in Hyderabad, where we get you all the big news stories of the day from across India and the world. And here is our top headlines.
India's daily COVID figures hit a new high with 3.79 lakh new COVID cases and 3,645 deaths, a deadliest day of a pandemic so far. Facebook briefly blocks post with hashtag resign Modi for hours amid COVID crisis, says it was by mistake. Final phase of Bengal polls today as COVID cases hit a new record. Karnataka reported a new all-time record with 39,047 COVID cases in the state and 22,596 in Bengaluru. No cremation and no help, man carries COVID-positive wife body on bicycle. Priyanka Chopra sets up COVID-19 fundraiser for India and urges people to donate and says India is bleeding. In a span of 24 hours, Telangana reports 7,994 fresh positive cases and 58 deaths. In Telangana, 10 kg free rice for beneficiaries from May.
Let us begin with our top story. India's daily COVID figures hit a new high today with 3,79,257 fresh infections and 3,645 deaths reported in the past 24 hours. The case load surged to 1.83 crore. Over 2.4 lakh people have died so far. The spike has overwhelmed the hospitals.
India has been recording over 3 lakh cases every day for over a week. Now the shortage of hospital beds, medical oxygens and crucial antiviral drugs has added to crisis. The United States, United Kingdom, Russia and China are sending help to India amid the crisis.
Moving on to our next story, Facebook blog post tagged hashtag resign Modi before resorting them hours later, stoking a controversy that has erupted over government's request to remove social media content as India grapples with escalating COVID crisis.
Facebook said it barred the hashtag by mistake and not at the behest of the government. Without elaborating, Facebook periodically blocks hashtags for a variety of reasons, some manually but many are also based on automated internal guidelines. The error stemmed from content associated with the label and not the hashtag itself.
Alright, the 8th and final phase of voting is being held in Bengal today amid a growing menace of COVID-19 and spreading fast in the state. The election is being held on 35 seats lying across Malda, Mushirabad, Birbhum and Kolkata. According to the Election Commission, 37.80% vote turnout have been recorded till 11 am.
6 seats in Malda, 11 each in Mushirabad and Birbhum and 7 seats in Kolkata are voting in this phase. Polling is being held across 11,860 centres. The voters will choose among 283 candidates, 35 of whom are women. COVID has had a big impact on this phase, with one candidate battling the disease and one dead. Independent candidates at Malda's Baisanagar has come to COVID. Voting is being held as the rules say polling can be suspended only if a candidate of recognized political party dies.
And voting is underway in the 4th and final phase of the Uttar Pradesh Panchayat election on Thursday amid an unprecedented coronavirus surge in the state. Over 5.27 lakh candidates are in fray for more than 2.10 lakh seats in 17 districts in the second round of the election.
Over 2.98 crore people are eligible to cast their votes in this phase. Uttar Pradesh is among the 10 worst hit states in terms of coronavirus deaths and cases. The state had Wednesday recorded its highest single-day rise of COVID-19 deaths toll with 266 people succumbing to the disease, while 29,824 new cases were reported, pushing the tally to 11,82,848. The overall COVID-19 deaths toll in the state stands at 11,943.
Karnataka reported a new all-time record on Wednesday with 39,047 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, taking the total caseload to 14.39 lakh. In the capital city, Bengaluru alone accounted for 22,596 of the total number of cases. Even as its health infrastructure is bustling, it seems to emit a deluge of cases.
Karnataka has now over 3 lakh active cases, of which 2 lakh are in Bengaluru alone. The Karnataka High Court has called the situation in Bengaluru alarming, where number of beds available to coronavirus patients not proportional to the demand. Earlier in the day, Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa appealed to the people to abide the norms and to break the chain of infections. A 14-day lockdown came into effect in Karnataka on Tuesday night to contain the spread of COVID-19.
With India's coronavirus crisis becoming increasingly more desperate and beds, medicines and oxygen supplies scarce, people in cities across the country are relying on Twitter and kindness of strangers for help during a time of national upheaval.
Some are using the platform to share location where gas cylinders, which are in limited supply, can be refilled. Others are posting details about patients in urgent need of help. Some post advertising which hospitals have empty beds, and others ask for blood plasma donors. There are tweets that offer advice on how to stay safe, and others that beg for ambulance before it is too late. One tweet read, which was flooding the platform with SOS call, urgent please, requirement ventilator urgently as hospital has no ventilator.
Two heart-wrenching photos from Uttar Pradesh have brought home to the situation of COVID-hit families in rural Uttar Pradesh. One of the photos being circulated on social media shows an elderly, bearded man carrying his body of a woman on bicycle. Another shows the bicycle fallen, the body sprawled across it. The local police, who finally helped the man, revealed a harsh story of social boycott and fear.
The man in the photo, the police said, is 70-year-old Tilakdari, a resident of Amberpur village in Jaunpur, 275 kilometers from the capital Lucknow. His wife had died of COVID at a government hospital. The police said the hospital had sent her body back in an ambulance, but the villagers declared that they would not allow her cremation in the local cremation ground. The villagers said the cremation would spread of the infection in village. Unable to convince the villagers, Tilakdari had decided to consign his wife's body to nearly Sai River, a not so frequent practice in the area. The villagers, however, refused to help to move the body. In desperation, Tilakdari decided to carry it on his bicycle, but halfway through, the 70-year-old could not maintain the control over the bicycle. It toppled and the body along with it. Sitting helplessly by the road, Tilakdari was spotted by a passing policeman who informed the senior officers. Soon the police brought all the necessary items for the funeral. The cremation was conducted with the help of a local Muslim man.
And the United States government told its citizens to leave India as soon as possible because of the country's escalating COVID-19 crisis.
In a level 4 advisory, the highest issued by the Department of State, United States citizens were told not to travel to India or to leave as soon as it is safe to do so. The department said there are 14 direct daily flights between India and the United States and other services that connect through Europe.
Priyanka Chopra, in her bid in the fight against the deadly second wave of COVID-19, has set up a fundraiser for India, her home. The actress, who is currently in London due to work commitments, has been trying to highlight the grim situation of India due to the coronavirus surge on international platform. Priyanka today shared a video of herself urging people to donate as much as they can to help all who are suffering from the coronavirus in India.
Why do we need to care? Why is it so urgent right now? I'm sitting in London and hearing from my friends and family in India about how hospitals are at capacity. There are no rooms in ICUs, ambulances are too busy, oxygen supply is less, crematoriums having mass cremations because the volume of death is so much. India is my home, and India is bleeding. And we as a global community need to care. And I'll tell you why we need to care. Because unless everyone is safe, no one is safe. So please use your resources and focus your energy on helping stop this pandemic. Please donate. And I understand a lot of people must be angry and thinking about, why are we in this place in the first place? Why is this happening? Well, we'll address that. We'll address that after we stop the urgency. Please donate and please use your resources as much as you can.
Let us shift our focus to Telangana, where COVID cases continue to surge in state. Corona positive cases continue to rise in Telangana. Around 7,994 fresh coronavirus positive cases and 58 deaths were registered on Wednesday. taking the total number of cases to 4,27,960 and the fatality count to 2,208.
Meanwhile, the recovery cases went up to 3,49,694 with a recovery of 4,009 cases in a single day. At present, there are 76,060 active cases between Tuesday and Wednesday. Around 80,181 tests were conducted, of which 7,994 came positive, and the results of 4,725 are pending. The positive cases registered across the state include 1,630 from GHMC alone.
Alright, the state government will distribute 10 kg extra rice including 5 kg from center to all white card holders in Telangana for May and June month. Accordingly, the government will release the list of beneficiaries soon.
Every month, the state government is distributing 1.75 metric tons of rice to 82.50 lakh white ration card holders. This comes after the centre promised to distribute 5 kg under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. However, the Telangana government also decided to give 5 kg free rice to all ration card holders. Last year, the government distributed 10 kg of rice free to all beneficiaries in Telangana from July to November.
Director of Public Health Dr. Srinivasa Rao says next 4 weeks are very crucial, but then the situation can be overcome easily if people realize their responsibility and follow health protocols like wearing clean mask in proper way, eat healthy food and indulge in regular exercise, and most important, to get vaccinated. The state government is likely to extend the night curfew by at least another 15 days as doctors, experts and scientists predict that coronavirus cases may reach its peak by mid of May. A decision would be taken by a high-level meeting which would be chaired by Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao in the next couple of days.
The present orders on night curfew are valid only till April 30. According to sources, the Health Department has submitted a report to the state government on the number of active cases, the number of deaths and the number of cases recovered. Home Minister Mohammad Mahmood Ali reviewed the situation with top police officials based on the report of the Health Department. The Home Department will submit its recommendations to the Chief Minister by today.
Moving on to our international news, when United States President Joe Biden delivered his debut speech in a joint session of Congress on Wednesday, history was made behind him with two powerful women taking their places on the rostrum of the first time. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi has been in the position before during the presidential speech, but in addition to this time, Kamala Harris, the nation's first female vice president, the two people seated behind either side of Biden as Americans turned into their TV screens for the primetime address were women.
Madam Speaker, Madam Vice President, Biden said proudly, turning to the woman and clapping as he began his address. No president has ever said those words from his podium, he added, and it's about time. The chamber, with a limited number of lawmakers on hand due to coronavirus guidelines, burst into applause as First Lady Jill Biden and Second Gentleman Douglas Emhoff joined in the ovation.
In his first joint address to the United States Congress, President Joe Biden identified white supremacy as a domestic terror threat that America must remain vigilant against.
While discussing his decision to withdraw American troops from war-torn Afghanistan, Joe Biden noted global terror networks have largely moved beyond the country and that white supremacists posed a bigger threat than foreign actors. US President Joe Biden said, "We won't ignore what our intelligence agencies have determined to be the most lethal terrorist threat to our homeland today. White supremacy is terrorism."
Before we wrap up our bulletin, let us have a look on our headlines.
India's daily COVID figures hit a new high with 3.79 lakh new COVID cases and 3,645 deaths, a deadliest day of a pandemic so far. Facebook briefly blocks post with hashtag resign Modi for hours amid COVID crisis, says it was by mistake. Final phase of Bengal polls today as COVID cases hit a new record. Karnataka reported a new all-time record with 39,047 COVID cases in the state and 22,596 in Bengaluru. No cremation and no help, man carries COVID-positive wife body on bicycle. Priyanka Chopra sets up COVID-19 fundraiser for India and urges people to donate and says India is bleeding. In a span of 24 hours, Telangana reports 7,994 fresh positive cases and 58 deaths. In Telangana, 10 kg free rice for beneficiaries from May.
Well, that is the Siasat TV English news for this Thursday. Thanks for watching. I am Sumaya Junaid Ahmed. Have a great day.